So we were talking about being proactive, and talked about how this is the habit one, and it's the habit of personal choice. And um, we talked about stimulus and response, and how we can help students and help ourselves make that space between when something happens to us and the response we have, and ultimately it's our choice in that, and we have control over that. Another really effective practice is proactive language. And proactive language is the language of growth. And and here's, I'll show you the opposite of proactive language is reactive language. So, I can't, it's not my fault. I have to, we have no other choice. They won't let me. There's nothing we can do. Um, all that is placing blame on something else and taking all the control away from you and away from our students. And so what we want to choose is proactive language, and that's the language of a leader. They look at things. Leaders look at things as opportunities, and it reflects in their language. So I'm sorry is a proactive language because it's showing that you are taking responsibility for what happened. I choose to. Let's look at all our options. I'll get this done. There must be something else we can do. I want to. I get to. With our students, it's awesome to hear a kid say, "Oh, I have to do my home. Oh, wait, I get to do my homework tonight." And just that a little bit of change in their language, how that changes their mindset and puts them in control of the situation. And that's what we want to do as well. As with our language, you want to use proactive language that shows that you are choosing to be in control of whatever the situation is. Um, and so it's kind of an interesting, obviously you can't really do this but you can run through this exercise, I guess, on your own. But you can think of something simple like laundry. Laundry's fun. I have to do the laundry. I must do the laundry. Change it to, and you can feel like what the response is, but if you change it to, I get to, I want to, it's an opportunity to do the laundry. It does change the mindset that you have and puts you more in control. There's lots of interesting studies, TED Talks, and things you can look up about what happens when you have negative self-talk and what that does to your brain compared to what happens when you start to have positive self-talk or that proactive language. We could call it the growth mindset, and we use that a lot in education. But it completely changes what's occurring within your the chemicals within your brain, and so it's a very effective practice. The practice, and it's part of being proactive, that using that proactive language. So I challenge you in your home to be listening for how many times somebody says I can't or I have to, maybe your student, and then ask them to correct it. No, say you get to clean your room today, or you have the opportunity, or you want to clean your room. It definitely changes the the feel and the energy within whatever it is that you're doing, because ultimately the things that we do are our choice, and we can either ignore that choice, or we can kind of embrace it and use the language that shows that we are ultimately in control of what's happening to us. Not everything, right? There's things that we can't control, and that's what we'll look at next time. Our circle of influence compared to our the circle of concern, and how we want to focus just on those things that we really can influence. But proactive language is a great, effective practice that can help us be more effective in all things.